Hello, investors and traders, and welcome to the weekly market report with the Market Guys. I'm AJ Monty. Well, the markets moved exactly like we said it would from last week's market report. And as you can see from the cues, I've left my lines on the chart so you can see again the evidence. Week after week we do this, the evidence behind the forecast. And this is what I drew last week. I said that we would come down to this support level right there, right around 118.17. That's for the Qs. Again, power shares, QQQ. And we bounce just like that. Now, the interesting thing is we are now trading above the former resistance that is drawn from this high back here on December 27th. It's number one. So we're trading over resistance. The second point is that we are seeing an increase in volume right here as the price is moving higher. Now that's a sign of strength on the buy side. So what I'm going to do is forecast that we will move higher next week into new territory. We have a long stretch of green candles, so I think we could move higher, and then we could very well pull back to this former resistance, which will now act as support. That's called the role reversal strategy, where we see the former resistance turn into support. So I'm going to erase these lines from last week's report. I'm going to leave this line right here as a secondary support, and then we'll be able to track this next week to see whether or not this forecast is once again accurate. So that's for the Qs. If you look at the Russell 2000, same thing. I said that we would move down to bounce off of this support line. That's exactly what we saw. The most interesting thing for the Russell is that on this particular index, we're not seeing the volume attached, but I can assure you that the Russell 2000 being an index that tracks 2,000 stocks, it does periodically move inversely to the rest of the market. So this support level is still in place. And I believe that the Russell could actually move lower right here as we experience the January effect. That's when the NASDAQ stocks get bought up, the large cap stocks through the Russell 2000 and the Dow get sold off. So the Russell 2000 could very well see a little bit of a pullback before going higher. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now, if we look at the spiders, that's ticker symbol SPY, S&P 500 index. Isn't this amazing? As I zoom in, the market's moved exactly to that forecast line. I mean, you cannot get better than this. Now, again, the spiders, the S&P 500, is reaching a point where we're seeing a level of resistance. So as I erase those lines, I'm going to draw a new line of resistance right here. And we're going to have to wait and see whether or not we break out or pull back from that resistance. So I believe that we're going to rally up to it, but ultimately I think we're going to pull back on the S&P. So again, track this with us week after week, and we will record these and archive these reports so that you can go back and reference them when you need to. Now, if you look at the diamonds, this is the last one of the major indices. You can see again the forecast was in place. We bounced just like I said it would. I was expecting a little bit of a pullback in the Dow for the same reason of that January effect, as I mentioned earlier. So I am going to erase all of these lines and tell you that I think that we're going to see a little bit of a breakout, not too much of one, of this resistance high right here. I think we're going to break through that. I'm actually going to have to adjust my charts to give us a little bit more room. And the main reason I think that this is going to break out is that we have a bullish engulfing pattern here on higher volume. So I'm going to forecast the breakout just like that. I'm going to leave that line in place so that we can track over the next 5 days in the trading week next week to see whether or not that breakout sustains. Now finally, the VIX, that's ticker symbol VIX, which is the volatility index. I said that we would pull back on the VIX. We did just that. And in fact, I think that if I erase these lines, you're going to see that my next forecast is going to be a retest of this support level right here which by the way is on 3-year lows. I think we can go a little bit lower on the VIX, and then I think we're going to storm up just like that, which could in turn affect the S&P inversely. So as the VIX starts moving higher, the S&P will start to move lower. Now remember, the VIX is a leading indicator. So that's what you need to keep on your watch list. Use that as your compass to determine who's controlling the market. But when the VIX starts to rally, again, keep an eye on that. You need to protect your profits or protect against any losses by setting stops or at least price alerts below the market. If you're not quite sure what all that means, just simply go to themarketguys.com, click on our video tab right there. It'll bring you to a library of videos that you can learn from. First and foremost, I mentioned the role reversal right here. You can learn about the role reversal and how that works. And you can also learn about the 1% rule. This is a simple math formula that will help you limit your losses and even maximize your gains by learning how to structure your stop losses or your trailing stops for profits below different key support levels or resistance levels, depending on which side of the market you're on. So thanks for joining. This is AJ Monty with The Market Guys. Make sure you stay tuned in, and we'll do our best to supply you with the first-class education that we provide for investors and traders alike. So have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. So long.
For almost 3 decades, AJ Monty has motivated audiences worldwide about creating personal wealth and winning in business. His time-tested risk management strategies focus on ideas that involve a keep it super simple approach, also known as the KISS principle. These concepts have been delivered to people in over 16 countries around the world, reaching audiences in the millions. AJ is a best-selling author of 2 books, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success and Take Charge of Your Money Now, both of which have been featured on PBS Television, Fox Business News, ABC TV, as well as Sirius Money Radio. As a financial educator and consultant, he has worked with some of the most recognized names in the financial industry. Companies like Bank of America, Charles Schwab, E-Trade Financial, Scotiabank, and TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. If you have ever been challenged with having to make a tough decision regarding when to buy or sell a stock, then help is on the way. The Options Oracle and Equity Oracle Alert services are designed to help you make those tough decisions. AJ will not only help you find the best trade candidates, but he will also lay out the exit strategy for each position in an easy-to-understand format that anyone can follow.
Hi, my name is AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for The Market Guys. For almost 30 years, I've traded stocks, options, futures, and even currencies. I've traveled the world teaching people just like you how to profit in the market using time-tested strategies that focus on risk management. You see, the secret to making money in the market depends on your ability to limit losses when you're wrong. In other words, if you want to make a lot of money in the market, don't lose a lot of money in the market. Now that may sound funny, but it's true. Most investors are challenged with 2 questions. The first question is, how do you find a good stock? Well, the best way to find the right stock starts with eliminating all of the stocks you would not invest in. This process of elimination is called stock screening. And our services help you overcome the odds so you're putting your money where the money is going. We're simply following the trends. The second question most people ask of me is, when is it time to sell? Well, if you don't have an answer to this question, then you might find yourself in a position where you're holding on to your stocks when things go against you. This is the worst thing you could possibly do because I believe this is no longer a buy and hold market. It has evolved into a buy and protect market. Holding on and hoping for things to get better is not a strategy. In fact, doing this will eventually lead you to a catastrophic loss, and you wouldn't want that. Our trade alert services help answer these 2 questions. Not only will I help you find the right trade candidate, but I'll also show you how to use the charts to manage risk. I don't use the charts to predict the future. I use them to protect the future. The charts tell me when it's time to get out as well as when it's time to get in. And that's what I'd like to teach you as well. We have 2 services, the Equity Oracle and the Options Oracle. The Equity Oracle is an alert service for traders who would like to trade only equities, whereas the Options Oracle is our premier alert service for both equity and option traders. Each alert is laid out in an easy-to-understand format that shows charts depicting entry and exit points. Risk management is our cornerstone of each service, so you don't have to struggle with the decision of when to get out, or when a trade goes against you, when should I take my loss. The strategy is to use the KISS principle, keeping it super simple. As a bonus, you'll have access to a live Q&A session as well, each and every month. This is where you can submit a stock symbol, and I will analyze these stocks while we discuss the best trading strategies for each position. And it gets better. In addition to the alert service and the live monthly Q&A sessions, we're also developing a member page that will include instructional videos about how to get the most out of our service. Without question, this is the best trade alert service available on the market, and we look forward to having you as our newest subscriber. Simply click on the link below to subscribe. It's easy. Once again, I'm AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for the Market Guys. Thanks for watching.
Enrolling in this service is easy. Simply click on the link below to subscribe, and your weekly alert will be delivered right to your email box. And if you act now, we will include AJ's best-selling book, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success. This is a first-time offer that will get you on the road to success and keep you there. Remember, if you continue to do what you've always done, things will never change. Positive results will only come after you've taken the first step in the right direction. We look forward to having you as our newest member.